Hello again. Today I'm back in my cherry blossom journal, and yesterday I took some time to fussy cut these 3 napkin pieces that have just called to me for this occasion. And I had this left over from my Pandora box, and then I found this. So today I am going to attempt to find out how much water it takes when added to acrylics to try to get the same effect as watercolor. Maybe I'm chasing myself down a rabbit hole, and maybe not. Let's try. I've picked these 2 Ceramcoat colors, my Stone Wedge Green, which is a very, very easy on the eye green, and Soft Cornflower, because when I really looked at these hydrangeas and that butterfly, I noticed that there was just the tiniest touch of purple in that blue, and I do hope that you are able to see that this shade of blue runs in that way. So the first thing I'm going to use on this page will be some of the blue. I have one of my dollar store throwaway cutting boards that are just wonderful, and I am just going to put out the absolute smallest amount that I can, because I want to thin this down. I want to thin this down with water, and I'm using my old go-to brush, and it's so old I have no idea, but it fits my hand. So let's see now what will happen when I really water this acrylic down. I'm wondering if you can't water it too far. Well, I guess I'm about to find out. So, a damp brush, because I don't want to put too much water on these pages, although they are glue stick together. Let's see. Go down here where the largest motif is going to be. Oh my, look at that. Yes. And if this works the way I'd like it to, it is certainly not going to be movable when it dries. Let me get this very close, because I am kind of tickled with the effect here. Definitely thinned down to almost not there, but it certainly is transparent. Over so it's not so glaring. Now I'm anxious to try the same on green. I think I'll put it here and here. this over so that you can see just how very transparent I'm making that. Excuse me. Very, very little on the brush. Oops, what's that? The pollen count in North Florida, because it's gotten warm, is a gazillion, and it seems to have gotten to my throat a little bit. All right, let's see what happens now. I think maybe I'll bring some of the blue to this page because there really isn't any there. Thing that is just wonderful about this, and I'm sure everyone on earth knows this, but I needed to try it myself, that acrylic can be watered down to be transparent. I'm going to give this a little dry now, and I'll be back after I have applied the stenciling, the collage on this page, and then I'll put these napkin pieces down over here. I'll be right back when this is dry. So, mission accomplished on this side. Now, I've found that in order for these to do their best when applied to paper, that I do not put the glue gun on the back of the tissue. It is too fragile. So, sorry, glue stick, on the back of this because it just is liable to split. Therefore, I'm going to apply the glue stick to this page. And down this goes. And it remains delightfully transparent so that I can see the Japanese script through the napkin. Well, I missed a little over here. Not a problem. This little one. right there. And the butterfly up here. Make sure that as best I can that it's parallel to the top of the page, and it seems to be. So, I'm going to let any glue that might be here dry now, and I'm going to have a think, because I'm thinking possibly that this is a less is more page, because I'm loving it right now with that lovely watered down acrylic paint in cornflower and stone wedge. And I'm so tickled that I brought some of this blue over here to that page. Not too much, but I know it's there. Alrighty, I'll be back shortly. I have added just the slightest touch of script with my black StazOn there, but this area is telling me that it needs to be set down more. So I went immediately to my very favorites, my natural gray Derwent Inktense pencil and my light olive. I'm going to see what I can do about just putting a touch of working on this shadowing here. With a combination of the olive and gray, and then gesso, watery gesso, very fine square brush, some gesso, watered down. And let's see what happens here. I'm going to scrub some of this Inktense here, just to sit this down. As you can see, I just have a very slight area here, and I'm rubbing this brush back and forth to milk out all of the possible color. That I can find here. And let's see. Well, yes, down it went. Down it went. Maybe just a little more depth under this one, because after all this is a very large pot. Maybe a little bit up in here too. A little more in here, because this would be very dark. And I can work it down and work it out so that it almost disappears. And since this flower is over this leaf, I'm thinking a little green along here might be just what the doctor ordered. Just a little bit of penciling improves it. Oops, that brush went right into my mouth like I was a magnet. I try not to do that, but it's difficult to speak to you when, well, I'd probably be good for trying to talk to you around a brush that's in my mouth. But it's not a good thing to do. I'm wondering about just a little bit of brown under that stamp. Let's try this one. It says chocolate. I think this might be a little bit better. I like that down there. Just a little touch of the brown to bring out the edge of the stamp, a little green, and here we go. Okay, that's one mission accomplished. Now, thinking. A little more of that. And whoops, a little more of this. In this background area, but not too much. And nothing too large. This is a favorite. Goodness, I wish you could vote. This is my favorite. My Cherry Blossom Journal. I'm going to do it just because I want to. Not too much again. And just here and there. Yes. Yes, yes. And I think it's primarily because this color is just wonderful. And now the green over here. Off the page at the top. Yes. Sometimes less is more, but sometimes it's not more, it's just less. So, now to the fun bits. I'm going to use my Signo Uniball 207 Micro. That's the second to finest pen that they make. And this one. This page is strikes me as being a very relaxing and easy to look at page. At least to me. if you have enjoyed watching me play in my cherry blossom journal, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share with a friend, and I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. I'm planning on working in Joy of Art this weekend also. It's just that kind of a weekend. So, I am just so happy with that very, very, very watered down acrylic. And that was such a pretty napkin. I was gifted that in Happy Mail quite a while ago. And it just seemed to be right for this book. And I'm loving the way the script comes through this rose. And here's my extra rose from my Pandora box. Bye now.